Hey guys, it's Jerrick here from MMT. Today we got Matty here on the table.
Hello.
Today we'll go through some neck exercise, but firstly, tell us a little bit about your experience of neck pain or neck discomfort you've had.
Yeah, classic neck, right? I cooked it in gymnastics where I landed on it funny, doing a, it's like a weird side flip thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that wasn't very good. And then it was actually okay that day. And I was like, oh, I got away with it. I'm not paralyzed, awesome. And then the next day I went rock climbing, and then all of a sudden, everything, I don't know, it's like,
start tightening up.
It's like I couldn't support my head anymore. It was the most bizarre feeling. And I was like, oh my God, I couldn't climb anymore. It was just so bad.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, for like 3 weeks, I couldn't really drive, head check or anything. And once I got moving, it was okay, but yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah. The neck's very important. So if you've been following, I've done a 2-part series with neck treatment. So I like to think of the neck and the jaw as like the command center for the brain. So when that gets injured, it can actually lock up your whole spine because it's the start of the spine from the top to the bottom. So in Matty's scenario, or most people's case scenario, when they injure a neck, obviously it will lock up, but eventually you want to release that. So you can refer back to those videos, see how we treat it or see how you can self-treat it. And then, but eventually you want to do some exercises. So with neck exercises or with any exercise, it's weird when we got a shoulder issue, we do shoulder exercises, or we got a knee injury, we do knee injury exercises. With the neck, it doesn't change. We can also load up the neck appropriately. So I'll demo some exercises first on the mat, and then we'll get Matt to go on the mat to get on it.
Classic.
All right. So the first body weight exercise we're going to do is going to be working a lot on our neck flexors, okay? So coming from a combat scene, my neck was weak at the start and I've really had to strengthen my whole neck and get a bit more muscle tone in the neck, okay? So I'll show you what I can do. So from here, I have my knees bent. I've got my head on the floor as well. I like to put my tongue on the roof of my mouth so my deep neck flexors are activated, and I'll go through my flexion, rotation and lateral exercises, okay? So from here, tongue, roof and mouth, pretty much just nodding my head. You want to do this at a nice controlled pace. And I like to do about 5 reps. Keep this position. Now I'll go to side to side. You want to take your time, nice and slow.
Yeah, some people might go too quick, yeah?
Yeah, you don't want to go too quick. And then just relax. Okay, so I'll get Matty to jump back on, lay on the floor here.
The combat scene, I'm gonna be a wrestler.
Yep, get that wrestler's neck. So from here, tongue is gonna be in the roof of the mouth, close his mouth. Obviously I was talking, so I had to open my mouth. So from here, he's just gonna nod his head like a chin tuck. Yep, and then back here. Touch the back of your neck or the back of your head onto the floor. There we go. Nice, easy control. Good, and pause in this position, and you're gonna go into your rotation. So look left to right, nice and easy. Nice and easy, good.
Tongue still on the roof?
Yep, tongue still on the roof at all times. Perfect. Good. Good. And if you're really keen, you can go lateral flexion. So ear to shoulder, left and right, whilst keeping that chin tucked in at the same time.
Shaking.
Yeah, and relax here. So it can be very taxing on the neck, just because we're also fighting gravity. Good, relax there, Matty.
Oh,
good.
So
You'll feel it burn. We want to go from one movement to the other because we want to build that endurance in the neck, especially as a postural muscle as well. Okay, so this is a very basic exercise you can do at home after your training, especially if you've got the treatment to go along with it. So
you recommend doing that 2 times, 2 sets of it?
So I would maybe start off with 1 set.
Okay.
And then work like 5 reps, work your way up to 7 reps, and then maybe add 1 or 2 sets. But I don't recommend doing this more than twice a week. Once a week should be enough for most people because you would feel it the next day.
Yeah, we're saying off camera, I tried this, I think a couple of years ago when Jerrick showed me neck exercises. I had DOMs for like 5 days.
Yeah, it can be very taxing.
Yeah, you don't realise.
Yeah. But once you strengthen the neck, there are other exercises and other body parts that want to be strong at the same time, like your thoracic, your rib cage, that should all support your neck as well. So yeah, follow along for our series going into those areas. Thanks, guys. Cool. Now we're going to do the extensors. This will balance out the flexors, okay? So I have a band here. I'm just going to put it at the back of my neck, like so. Put my palms on the wall, straighten out my arms. I'm not too tall, but I'm kind of leaning towards it, okay? So from here, I let the band get some slack, and I just pull back on the band like that, okay? Go into my protraction, and then retraction, okay? Again, you want to have the tongue, roof of the mouth, from there. At a nice, controlled, even pace. Okay, so I'm going to get Maddie to
knock the camera out.
to demonstrate.
Yeah.
So put it around your arms and your hands just like that. Yep, good. Put it in the back of your neck. The position you want it just above the ear or just on the ear as well is okay.
Alrighty. Straight arms or bent arms?
Yeah, straight arms. Straight arms. Yeah, and he's on a bit of a lean. Okay, so now he's in a bit of protraction. Yeah, now he's pulling back against the band. Okay, so you should feel a resistance, obviously, in the back of his neck. Okay, so the reps you want to do, I like to do about 8 to 10 repetitions. This one's a bit more forgiving than the floor stuff that we did. All right, because the floor stuff we have to fight gravity. It's a lot more taxing. So the extensors can take a lot more. A lot of people think that the extensors need less work, but we definitely do want to balance out between the flexors and extensors. Okay, and see how he's holding for like half a second or a second? That's also really good, just to kind of ingrain that postural integrity there.
You don't just like rush it.
Yeah, you don't want to rush it. You want to just slow, controlled, time under tension, also really good. Okay, so again, 1, 2, 2 sets, pairing up with the floor stuff that you did. Okay.
Good neck gains.
Yeah, so, and eventually there are some other advanced exercises that we can do body weight wise that I use personally for wrestling. So again, follow on for more. Thanks, guys.
Ciao.